Hi students, today we are going to learn the lesson 5 atmosphere composition and structure. The previous lesson we have learned the major landforms. I hope everybody has completed the lessons exercise and I told you to send the photos of the exercises but no need to send it now. I will ask you to send it. Okay. So in this lesson we are learning the atmosphere composition and structure. Our earth is surrounded by an envelope of air known as the atmosphere. Envelope means cover. It is means our earth is one cover is there. Okay, earth is this and this is atmosphere. Okay. The presence of an atmosphere has made our earth is unique planet. Means in other planet there is no atmosphere, isn't it? Only the earth has the atmosphere, so it made the unique. Okay, the atmosphere is very important for on earth. It has life-giving gases which provide us air for breathing. Means we can't think about without atmosphere, isn't it? Because of the atmosphere only we can. The life is giving gases. Means it provide the air to breathe. Okay, and we can say that without this protective blanket of the atmosphere, and once another thing we can say that the atmosphere is the blanket of the earth. That means it is covered, blanket जैसे cover किया हुआ है. So we would be baked alive by the sun's heat during the day and get frozen during the night. Because of the atmosphere only, the direct rays of the sun, it is not reaching to the earth, because the sun during the day the sun heat and the night it is frozen also. So everything it protects us from the harmful effects of the sunrise. It is directly not affecting, so that it is protecting. Then the atmosphere is held to the earth by the force of gravity. We know that the atmosphere is here, and because of the earth gravity it is forced by okay. Then we can say that the total weight of the earth atmosphere is about 500 million tons. About 99% of the total mass of the atmosphere is found within the 32 kilometer of the earth surface. 30 kilometer of the earth surface we can see the atmosphere. Okay, and now we are learning about the composition of the atmosphere. Composition means what are the particles, I mean the atmosphere. Okay, it might means you know that the air we take in while breathing is actually a mixture of many colorless, odorless and tasteless gases. You know that we can't recognize with the color, and it doesn't have any taste, isn't it? So so many gases are there in the atmosphere, which are that so various gases are there, which are that it is written over here. Nitrogen in the atmosphere, how much percentage it is? 78 percentage is that. Oxygen 21 percentage, argon 0.93 percentage, and carbon dioxide 0.03 percentage, and other gases like ozone, hydrogen, helium, etc. are this much. Okay, 0.04 means so nitrogen is 78 percentage, oxygen is 21 percentage, argon is 0.93 percentage, and carbon dioxide 0.03, and other gases ozone, hydrogen, helium, etc. are 0.04 percentage. So which one is the more? Nitrogen is the more. Okay, then we can say that nitrogen is the most prevalent gas in the air. When we inhale, what is the meaning of inhale? Take in, isn't it? When we take in the means take in, and inhale the nitrogen, we take some amount of nitrogen in our lungs and exhale it without using it. So we take the nitrogen and we exhale means outer, means give out, and we don't use anything. Okay, but plants need nitrogen for growth. What plants need the nitrogen for growth? We are not using the nitrogen, but about living things, then plants need the nitrogen for the growth. However, plants cannot absorb nitrogen directly from the air. Some bacteria in the soil and roots absorb nitrogen and change its form so that the plants can use the nitrogen. So directly they are using the oxygen only, and carbon dioxide they are you know that carbon dioxide they are using for preparing food, and what they breathe, oxygen only they breathe. But what is that? Nitrogen directly they are not taking. Some bacteria in the soil and the roots absorb the nitrogen. Okay, so for it helps the growth of the plants. Okay, then what about the oxygen? Oxygen is second most abundant. See, we know that 78% nitrogen and 21% is oxygen. So second one is oxygen. All living organisms need oxygen for their survival. Plants and animals need oxygen to breathe. Is it? They breathe in oxygen present in the air during photosynthesis. Green plants produce oxygen. Oxygen is also used for combustion. What is the meaning of combustion? Means burning. So which gases is help to burn? Oxygen only have to burn. Okay. And what about the carbon dioxide? That is the another important gas, carbon dioxide. So the green plants cannot prepare their food. You know that in the lower classes you have learnt about the photosynthesis, and without carbon dioxide they are not able to prepare the food. Okay, carbon dioxide is released by the humans and animals during respiration. Respiration time. What is that respiration? Breathing time. They are releasing the carbon dioxide. With that, during photosynthesis, the green plants absorb that carbon dioxide and release oxygen. So that only we are telling that plant more trees and plants. Is it? Okay, these are the composition of atmosphere. Okay, which are the main gases are in the atmosphere. Okay, now means you know that air is mixture of gases, water vapor and dust particles. Okay, and smoke also. The air is the, what is the meaning of air? Air is the mixture of gases. Some gases are there, water vapor is there, dust is there, dust particles are there, and smoke also. This all together we say that air. Okay, so now we learned the structure of the atmosphere. What is the meaning of structure of the atmosphere? So we have learned about the atmosphere from the information received through the radars and satellites. How we get the information about the atmosphere? Through the radars and satellites. So the density and temperature of the atmosphere is not same everywhere. See, this is Earth. The atmosphere density is not everywhere. Density means thickness is not same. Means higher means according to the altitude it is different. Okay. So then we can say we can roughly divide the total extent of the atmosphere into 5 concentric layers, starting from the earth surface. From the earth surface, this is earth surface, so that we can means different layers it is that. Okay, what are that? Troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, exosphere and thermosphere and exosphere. 5 concentric layers are there. So we learned the first the thermosphere. What about the thermosphere? This is the lowest layer and closest to the earth surface. I will show you one picture. See, can you see that? This is that earth. Okay, this is earth, and the top first we can say lowest layer means above first it is troposphere it is, then stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. So what is the height of the troposphere? We can say that 7 kilometer near the pole. This both the pole, here also it is there, is around it is atmosphere is covered it is. So from here it is 7 kilometer, from the equator it is 17 kilometer. Means from here it is 7 kilometer, from here it is 17 kilometer. Okay, so then its overall height means overall when we say that it is 12 kilometer, it is 12 kilometer. Okay, then all weather phenomena like clouds, fog, frost, dew, wind, thunderstorms etc occur in this layer only. All the weather means thunder hota hai, means rain hota hai, dew hota hai, wind hota hai, whatever all weather phenomena occur in this layer. So about the troposphere, remember that what occur? Thunder, storm, wind, dew, frost, this all the things are happening in this layer only. First one is troposphere. So lowest layer. Okay, this is the lowest layer. And we can say about the temperature about this layer it is, the temperature decreases with the height. The temperature decrease means the height means a 1 percentage degree per 165 meter. Okay, it is that means when it height the temperature means more hot we feel. Okay, so the next one is the stratosphere. We learn about the stratosphere. So this layer above the lies above the troposphere. This stratosphere lies above the troposphere, and we can say about 50 kilometer extends above the surface of the earth. This is the 17 kilometer, near about a 12 kilometer is average, we can say. So this stratosphere is about 50 kilometer. Okay, and this layer is free from clouds. Here only we can see the clouds and all, and the stratosphere we are not able to see the clouds and all. Okay, and other associated weather phenomena also we are not able to see in the stratosphere. And what is that, almost clouds are almost absent here. That means clouds are not here, and very little dust or water vapor we can see here. Okay, the movement of air is almost horizontal it is moving. Okay, then mainly we can say that in the stratosphere jet planes, flying aeroplanes, and very high altitude whichever whatever it is flies over here, we can say that jet planes and all in stratosphere it runs. Okay, then a part of a stratosphere is ozonosphere, as the contains layer of ozone gas. The stratosphere, what we can say, ozone. What is that? Ozone gas. We have learned that 0.04 percentage is ozone, helium and all we have learned now. So that in stratosphere we can see the ozone. So it is known as ozonosphere. You know that ozone layer protects from the ultraviolet rays of the sun. Okay, direct ultraviolet rays of the sun. The ozone layer protects the earth. Okay, so what is that, the troposphere it increases it decreases the temperature, and when we reach the stratosphere it increases steadily to and minus 30 degrees Celsius the stratosphere. That means पहले टेम्परेचर ज़्यादा होने के बाद फिर क्या होगा, कॉन्स्टेंटली रिमेन हो जाता है. कॉन्स्टेंटली मीन्स थोड़ा मीन्स हाई भी नहीं होगा, लो भी नहीं होगा. उसके बाद थोड़ा ऊपर जाएंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा, थोड़ा लस होने लगता है. सो this troposphere and stratosphere in between that place is known as stratopause. What is that? A stratopause. Troposphere and stratosphere, and in between the place is known as stratopause. Okay, the next one is the mesosphere. What about the mesosphere? Mesosphere lies above the stratosphere. Mesosphere lies above the stratosphere, and it extends up to the height of 80 kilometers. What kilometers? 80 kilometers. This is 50 kilometer, and this is 12 kilometer. Stratosphere is 50 kilometer. This is 80 kilometer. Okay, in this layer the temperature decreases with the height and falls low. Decrease, it lies, that means when it is reach here it is too cold. It is first it is means according to the altitude, means height बढ़ने के टाइम ज़्यादा टेम्परेचर ज़्यादा होता है, उसके बाद फिर कांस्टेंट रिमेन हो जाएगा, फिर उसका ऊपर जाएंगे तो फिर कूल डाउन होने लगता है. So that it is cold, हम decreases with the height and falls low as minus 85 degree. How much it is? Minus 85 degree it is. So that this layer is known as coldest layer in the atmosphere. Means mesosphere is known as coldest layer. Then the meteoroids burn up in this layer on entering it from space. From the space, meteoroids enter here and it burns from the mesosphere. Okay, coldest it is, so that it is burns. Okay, then the mesopause is the upper part. That means thermosphere, stratosphere. So the mesosphere ka or thermosphere ka in between place, what do we say? Mesopause. What is that? A mesopause. Okay, so I think everybody understood this much, and then we learn about the next one, thermosphere. What is that? So first one is troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere. The fourth one is thermosphere. It lies above the mesosphere. It is lies the mesosphere. So and extended to a height of about 500 kilometers. How much it is? 500. So this is 80 kilometer and thermosphere is 500 kilometer. In this layer temperature rises rapidly at altitude. Rapid means rise होता है, means increase होता है. That means temperature ज़्यादा हो जाएगा इसके टाइम में 1500 degree. How much it is? 1500 degree. And The lower part of the thermosphere is called the ionosphere. Lower part of the thermosphere is called the ionosphere. Okay, ionosphere. So what is the meaning of that? It has ion molecules. What is that? Ionized molecules are there. Ions are, what is that? Ions are electrically charged particles which help in transmitting communication signals. Ions means that is electric charge particles are that, and it helps in transmitting communication signals. Example like the this help us in radio transmission, and radio waves transmitted from the earth are reflected back to the earth by this layer. Okay, it helps in the long distance communication, which is that thermosphere. So each layer has its own features. Each layer has its own features. Example, thermosphere, what is that? We can say all the weather phenomena happen in thermosphere. Stratosphere, what is that? We can say that ozone layer, it is ozone layer it is. So what it is called, ozone layer is there. So ozonosphere we can say that. Then mesosphere, what is that? Iron, what is, mesosphere, coldest one it is, isn't it? Mesosphere is coldest one is meteoroids burn this burn in this layer. Mesosphere meteoroids burn. And another thing is that in the stratosphere, what happened? This jet aeroplanes and flying planes and all in this stratosphere. And what about the thermosphere? Thermosphere, another name is ionosphere. Then you can remember that thermosphere, ionosphere means all the ionized molecules we can see in the thermosphere layer. Okay, in this layer we can see the, so each layer has its own feature. So the last one is exosphere, above the thermosphere, exosphere. So thermosphere lies the exosphere, which is the uppermost layer of the earth surface. Say this is the uppermost, this is the lowermost, and this is the uppermost. Okay, the density of the air is very low here. Density means thickness of the air is very low here. And light gases, hydrogen and helium are found in this air. The exosphere, we can see the light gases. What is that light gases? Hydrogen, light one, isn't it? And the helium are we can found in this layer. And we can say the temperature increases with the height, and it sometimes reaches even 4500 degrees Celsius. How much it is? 4500 degrees Celsius in exosphere. So the exosphere merges gradually with the outer space. We can say that. Then we can say here it is space only. So exosphere mix with the outer space. I hope everybody understood the topic. What is that? A structure of atmosphere. What is the structure of atmosphere? This is the earth, and above means the lowest layer it is thermosphere. This is near about 12 kilometer far it is, thickness it is there. And what is that? Weather phenomena are happen in this layer. And the next one stratosphere, and this is near about 500 kilometer. Then what is that? In stratosphere, ozonosphere also we can say. And another thing, what is that? Jet aeroplanes and flying planes and all we can see in this layer. And without what is that? Only air we can see in this layer. And no other gases we are not found. Okay, so the next one, so the stratosphere and mesosphere middle, what is this called? Stratopause, isn't it? Stratosphere and this way, stratopause we can say. Stratosphere and mesosphere in between the places. Same thing, next one mesosphere means above the stratosphere. Mesosphere is there, 80 kilometer it is. And we can say mesosphere, what is that? Coldest place it is, so that it is called what is that? Ice means cold. This is the coldest layer. And what we can, another thing we can say that here only meteoroids burn in this layer from the outer space. The meteoroids enter in this layer, and it burns from mesosphere. And next one we can say, what is next? Thermosphere. So mesosphere and thermosphere, mesopause, in which area what we can say? Here and here one layer, thin layer it is there, that is mesopause. Okay, So mesosphere is 500 kilometer from the earth surface. So it is called ionosphere because iron particles we can found here, and radio waves and all, the transmission means the radio waves transmitted from this earth from the earth are reflected back to the earth by this layer. Okay, that's all. Then next one, last one is outer one, isn't it? Is the exosphere, which is outermost layer. It is 4500 degree, means according to the altitude the it is increasing. Okay, height means temperature इस मतलब ज़्यादा गर्म हो जाता है. So exosphere 4500 degrees Celsius, and it is the outer space. It is merged with the outer space. That's all. Okay, I hope everybody understood. And significance of atmosphere. Next one, significance of atmosphere. The layer of the atmosphere contains life giving oxygen which is required for breathing. What is the need of atmosphere? What is the importance of atmosphere? Most important one is life giving oxygen is where from where we are getting, from the atmosphere only we are getting. And nitrogen and carbon dioxide are required by plants for growth. Nitrogen is required for the plants for growth, and carbon dioxide they need for preparing food. So that we are getting from atmosphere only. And then another thing we can say, the atmosphere ozone layer in atmosphere prevents in the harmful ultraviolet rays from the sun, which is that the ozone layer helps the protects the earth from the ultraviolet rays from the sun. Okay, the next one we can say, what is the significance? The atmosphere acts like a greenhouse and controls the temperature on the earth. Means because of these atmosphere layers are there, so it is covered like a greenhouse, isn't it? Protect us from means ultraviolet rays and direct rays of the sun. It protects, this atmosphere only protects. And another thing we can say, the changes of weather and climate is due to the presence of atmosphere. The troposphere, all the weather changes are happening in this layer only. Because of that only we are getting rain, thunder, whatever things we are getting in this. Okay, then another thing we can say, the presence of water vapor in the atmosphere causes condensation and precipitation. In atmosphere, what is there in this layer? Means water vapor is there, and so that what happen, condensation also, precipitation also happening. Okay, because of that only rainfall is there. Okay, then we can say it shields us from meteoroids. Shields means if mesosphere is there, coldest one is there, so that from the outer space meteoroids are coming and it burns from here. Otherwise it directly come to the earth and it will means damage the earth. Understood? Okay, then another thing we can say, it protect us against falling debris from space. What is the meaning of pieces of rocks from the earth? Means from the space. It is a rock, means from here it will come to the earth, but the atmosphere is protecting us from that. Then we can say it helps in communication as sound waves. I mean, we learned that ionosphere in which layer? Thermosphere, isn't it? The thermosphere, the sound waves travel through this air, so that it is helpful for the earth. Okay, I hope everybody understood the lesson properly, and exercises I will give you soon. Okay, you can do the exercises. Then children, I will tell you to send the exercises, then only you can send the exercises. Before that nobody will send the exercises also. Okay, thank you children.